don't like, oh, it's babies. I don't like babies. Yellow. Would you just stay put, Willow? Poor thing. I know. It's a shame. Nobody can see how cute you are. Look at the camera. Willow, look over there. Look there. I know. Why are you so afraid of cameras? You're like a Native American. Like, oh, me no like camera. Camera take my land. Come, look at the camera. Oh, come on. You don't like cameras, do you? No, you're afraid of them. You're afraid of them. Yeah, you are. No, you didn't. Fuck sakes. You guys learn fucking hangouts? Fucking pain in the ass. Such a pain. Such. You just fucking...
Can't have any more.
Hello.
Hello.
Can we post the link on the things?
Okay.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
We should just start posting it on Facebook and tell everybody, just get your asses on Facebook so we don't have to repost this 17 times.
Seriously.
Well, yeah, it's like even Dick Talons is like, he's like, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. It's just like, these headphones aren't even plugged in. I'm like, why does it sound so weird? It's like the sound is coming like right from the front, and then it's like, wait a minute, it is actually coming from the front. Hey, Mitch.
Hey.
So I got a like from Donnie Thompson for my status. See, that's the thing. Because every time you're like, yeah, just post it on Facebook first.
Yeah, I just did.
And then, but I put it on Photocracy too, because there's a solid 60 or 70 other people that might want us. Or we can just turn it into an announcement. Did we get the last Hangout posted yet?
I have not had a chance to, but I have all the notes. I just got to drop the video in.
Okay.
I was actually looking for the video about 10 minutes ago to put that up.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll make this a quick one then. Where's the results for the thing? The thing with the thing? The challenge. Did we announce that yet? I haven't been on Photocracy at all. Jeez, I gotta get on there. I'll let you post the Hangout notes first. 221. That's the other thing, man. Like, I open Photocracy and it's like, you have 221 notifications. And I'm like, that's great. What are they about? And it's just like, barf. And you're like, how do I, really? And there's just, oh, God. Whatever. It is what it is, Tom. It is what it is. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay.
Mitch, do you have a roster dump of the workouts for this week?
No. No, I do those on Thursdays.
Okay. Yeah, so since Thursday was the end of the challenge.
Yeah, so I did one on Thursday.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking for.
It'd be called Roster Dump January 1st. I can
Okay.
actually have to share it with you too.
What is Christina posting about now?
I don't know.
Oh, it just said something. I just had something. And it disappeared. It was there like a second ago. Now it's gone. Whatever. Weird.
Where are the rest of the groups?
There's the Rockstar One-on-One, Rockstar University, Rockstar.
Oh, I know. They're just not showing up in my list. Which is weird.
That's the other nice thing is that it's buggy too. So you'll go on and like try to clear your notifications, and that's the day that photography decides to just not clear notifications, and they just won't stop showing up no matter how many times you click on them. Or your workout will just crash after you finish tracking this workout. You're just like, really? I have to put that in again?
Hey, Paige, that should be shared with you already.
All right, thank you.
Roster dump January 1st. No problem.
Why won't Willow look at the camera? She's like shy of the camera. She's afraid of it.
She probably knows something we don't. Probably like steals her soul.
It probably
She
does.
knows it.
She's like, you'll start getting clickbait and engaging in it. She needs a haircut.
That's what that is, Ed. You know that Facebook post you just made? It's clickbait. People click it, and they're like, oh, you want to view it? You better share it first.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like,
I've clicked on those before, and I was like, no, I don't want to.
yeah, I don't want people to know I'm reading this. It's fine if you're, like, everyone has a tendency to engage in gossip, and that's not the greatest human quality in the world, but it's when you just blast it out to everybody else, and you're like, just keep that shit to yourself. Like, and it's funny, too, because Robin sends me this thing like, oh, yeah, well, look at these babies, and I'm like, I don't like babies. Sorry, like.
I saw that post. I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
No, I had shit to do. Like, I have a hangout to put on. Like, oh, yeah, I'll go look. No, I won't. Okay, I probably will go look just because she's smart. So it's probably funny.
Hey, we just got a one-on-one sign up.
When?
Yeah, the other day, Mike of Economy.
Yeah. Oh, I knew about that one. That was like 2 days ago.
Well, it just came up. Okay, so Gmail hates me, and it just showed up. Oh my goodness.
Don't worry about it. One-on-ones are more Mitch's ballywick.
Hey, did you want me to message him, or did you say you're going to message Mike?
Oh, God, could you message him?
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. Because there's like a long list of... Yeah. Oh, hey, Sharon. Yeah, there's a long list of stuff that I haven't done that I was supposed to do yesterday. But then squats happened. And bench is happening at 2:30. So I basically got 2.5 hours to get things done before I'm wrecked for the day. I'll probably work tonight, though, and then take tomorrow off. Should really go through some more leads. The thing is, I messaged these leads, right? And there's just no follow-up at all. Like, I've messaged like 30 of them.
So is that how it works? You end up messaging the lead directly?
You write your little pitch, but I've like asked them like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, is anyone listening to any of these? Like, I've sent in like dozens. Like, so...
Yeah, they're trying to figure out, they take all the responses from you guys, and they're trying to sort out who would be the best coach for those leads.
That's really a bad system.
It's horrible.
Like, that's really dumb.
Good life.
Yeah. That makes sense when it's like... That makes sense if you have like a consumer paying $5,000 for something, but if it's like less than $100 and your process is taking like a good 30 minutes just to like connect them at the prospect stage, that's going to work out to about 3 hours per close. That's a bad system. That system's not going to sustain itself.
Mm-mm.
Because it just won't. It's just not financially viable, and if things aren't financially viable, they're not going to help anyone in the long run because they won't exist in a while. You have to build things that work. Anyway, sorry guys, talking about business here, but we should be talking about client-related stuff. But it's important. It's good to know that there's due diligence. That Team Rockstar practices good financial prudence, I guess. Anyways, did we start this thing yet? We did, didn't we? Hey, Allison. Neither mic nor camera works on this sodding laptop. I'm gonna say that with an English accent. Neither mic nor camera works on this sodding laptop. That's not even really good. That's not how Sharon talks at all. How does Sharon talk? She talks a lot quiet. No, that's not it. I have to work on Sharon's voice.
Holy crap! I think Sharon won the contest.
Did she?
Yeah. 6
You're
workouts
like-
this week.
Yeah, she crushed. She was going like hardcore. We should give Allison a couple bonus points though. She did blow out her knee. And
Yeah.
She's kept hung in
Yeah.
there.
Powering through still.
Yeah. She should get the Heisman Trophy or something.
Be healed by the time I can get to the doctor.
Yeah.
Right? Oh man. And
How
I think
did you share the results with me there, Paige, yet?
I gave you the MyFitnessPal ones. The roster dump has the number of workouts tracked.
Are
And
you
they-
still tallying that up right now?
I was looking at Mitch's roster dump. It should be shared with you on the Google Drive too. I
Yeah,
think.
but are you still like figuring out like the top 10 finalists or whatever? Or?
Hold on. I've got names of people who've done 3 or more workouts. So we have Perdisha is leading everybody with 6, so that would be Sharon. Christina for Rockstar University. Megan Ann Below for Rockstar 3.
Whoa!
Basket. No, hold on.
Who?
Jay is Rockstar 2.
Joel
Stereo
Plaskett.
Marco, Kay Joyful tied at Rockstar 2 December 1.
Representing.
Yeah.
We gotta come up with
And-
team names. We should
I
just
know.
use old like 60s band names. It's like the worst idea ever.
You
You
let them
guys are
vote
the
on
Rolling
it.
Stones. Oh yeah, that's so motivational, Tom. Hey?
Let them vote.
They're not gonna care that much.
No.
If they cared that much, that'd be hilarious. That'd be awesome. I'm talking about you guys like you aren't even there. I'm sorry, guys. We're fairly transparent about how we plan and stuff because we try to keep it fun. Okay, so are you gonna post that list then?
I can make it a list that posts, yeah.
Let's put it. Yeah, let's put it on.
On Tom Lamb.
Yeah, put it right on top of Tom Lamb.
Okay.
We need a better name for that website immediately. James is back from 2 weeks in New York City too, so although he's still unconscious. I
Can
don't know.
imagine.
Oh yeah, I haven't been able. I'm gonna have to take some paddles over there pretty soon. Like we need our tech guy back immediately, now, because we got some stuff with some other projects we got to do too. Okay, so the challenge, that's exciting though. So we really had a lot of people giving it their all, eh?
Yeah. Everybody did really well this week, and it's a good way to start out the new year.
Oh my God, yeah. That's awesome. Like, how many active participants did we have? We got a lot of articles and stuff too. I guess I gotta sit down and read all those now, eh?
Yeah.
How
Articles.
come your ideas for challenges always end up creating more work for me, Paige? How's that work?
I'm good like that.
Says the guy that did absolutely nothing at this point. Just like, so how's that going, anyways?
Yeah.
Okay, that's wicked. Oh, what else? Oh, just a heads up, guys. I get all the in-person clients I threw onto the Rockstar Universe group too. We've had a pretty good. If everybody saw, there's some videos on that site of Ashley the Gunslinger pulling a 275-pound rack pull at 97 pounds body weight. So she's basically just a human jack. We just throw her in the back of cars when we blow a tire. So that was kind of awesome. Anyways, I just wanted to get those guys on there too because they're very much part of the crew, and especially Ashley, and James, and I'd say Julia are all pretty knowledgeable at this point about lifting and stuff like that too. So they can be really good resources. Plus, they're just all really awesome people. So the more awesome people we have, the better. Anyways, Tiffany, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm lovely. I've got an exciting book that I can't wait to get into.
I own that book.
See how thin the book JavaScript the good parts is? JavaScript the bad parts is like, no, just kidding. You own that book too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like man, we have a lot of developers.
Well, no. I'm an artist. I need to know some of that stuff, so I have it around, but no.
I know that most developers consider themselves artists, but no, you're actually a real artist though, right? Like you'd create scenes and stuff for combat simulation?
Yeah, I do the environments and anything that you have to model in 3D.
Sick.
So cool.
That is really cool. I was so bad at, like, we had to use like AutoCAD and some other program called IDEA or something. I was terrible with it. Such a bad engineer. Anyways, Mitch, what should we be talking about right now? I'm gonna crack open Asana and just see. We did have kind of an amenorrhea type question.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, just exercise-induced amenorrhea, but so just, I guess it would be it's always a good time to mention some, health concerns. Like, if you experience anything while you're taking part in an exercise program or making large changes to your diet, if you experience any interruption in the normal workings of your reproductive system, then you want to go and see a doctor. And that's not something that you can ask us, you can ask me. I would send that question to me, but as far as like just to be as cautious and as prudent as possible, the first step I would say would be to book an appointment with the doctor. Not to say that it can just be the fact that there's a lot of things that can create disruptions that can cause fluctuations. Definitely changes in the amount of calories that you're eating and the quality of the nutrition can improve the consistency of your period. I'll just call it your period, or Shark Week, whatever you want to call it. But it's just a good idea to get things like that checked out. Okay, and then if they say it's fine, then that's great. And so it's one of the more sensitive systems in the body as far as changes to your stressors, changes to the quality of the food you're consuming, changes to the exercise, the amount of exercise you do per week, and the type of it. So those are all things that you want to make sure they aren't compounding. Oh, the other version out of you. How many versions do we have, Sharon? We just got one.
No.
Hi? You're there. I thought you said your mic didn't work, you little fibber.
No. Yeah.
Are you there? Okay, well, we'll just leave you alone and let you listen. Okay. I got a bunch of stuff on my Asana we might as well touch on. So, well, we already beat the whole, we got Chinwatch 2015. So that's getting down. It's a little bit, I just had a big, this is really got what's that stuff called? Botox? But my diet's going really well, although I haven't been I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't track on MyFitnessPal yesterday, did I? Paige is supposed to hit me with something every day about that, but...
Yeah, I figured I'd let you have a couple days to get back into the groove of things like everybody else, and then I was going to crack down on you.
I've been eating really well, okay?
You have been. I've seen photographic proof of it.
I know. I take photos and I put them on Instagram. Instagram should have a plug-in of MyFitnessPal, and it just like beep, boop, beep, like little Freddy does there with your workouts, and it just photo identifies that that's fish. Willow's being very grumpy today. Oh, okay. So, how you doing? Yeah, so my eating plan's going well. I had a huge cheat meal today, though. I got up and I had bacon and eggs for breakfast, but then I also had two massive pancakes, probably 150, maybe even 200 grams of carbs in that meal, and maple syrup and butter because we had a huge squat workout last night. I got done the squat workout. I was so fried. I basically had a couple protein shakes and thanks for the tip on the jerky, by the way, Mitch, and some jerky. And I had started to drink a little bit of milk at nights too, but then I noticed my knees were getting kind of sore almost immediately, and that was the only thing I changed was I added milk in. So the milk's back out because I think it kind of gets me inflamed. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a bad day, but let's just eliminate the variable. Like I'm just trying to be pretty.
I think milk gets everybody inflamed to varying degrees.
Yeah, it's a shame, eh?
I think everybody's intolerant to just varying degrees.
Yeah, and I smashed back like 1.5 liters of milk. So
Yeah.
maybe if I just had like a half liter, you know, and it was high fat, but whatever. Yeah, and most mornings now I'm having I actually have fish and vegetables for breakfast, and they're frozen vegetables. Sorry for all the purists out there, but it's super easy. I throw the fish into the oven at 400, and I throw the vegetables into the microwave, and I just like to get things done in the morning, so I don't like to wait too long. So, hey, Audrey. So that's a really great breakfast for me. Hi, you're new.
Hi.
Can you tell the class what your favorite movie is, please?
Right now?
Sure. No, I just put you right on the spot because I'm not.
The first one that comes to mind, because I loved it for years, is The Matrix.
You know, I went to see The Matrix. I thought it was a romantic comedy because we were just walking down the street. This was in Kingston years and years ago. When did that movie? That movie came out, I think.
99.
Wow. Yeah, it did. And what the heck was I doing in Kingston in '99? Anyways, doesn't matter. I think I was back from somewhere. Anyway, and my girlfriend at the time was like, we should go see this movie called The Matrix. And she was always suckering me into going to see romantic comedies. And I didn't find out there were romantic comedies until I was actually sitting in the seat. And then I was like, what do you mean, Sarah? What's Sarah Jessica Parker doing in like a, in a movie about Iraq? And so, anyway, she kept doing that to me. So I was like, great, this is going to be another romantic comedy. And it was like the best movie ever. And I had no idea. Because in the movies now they just give away everything in the trailer, and you're just like, great, what do I need to see the movie for? I know it's already like 90% formulaic, anyways. And the other 10% you gave away in the next 30 seconds of the trailer. So yeah, that was probably one of my favorite movies ever too. So good answer. So which group are you coming from?
I just started the number 5.
Number 5.
Just got the workouts this morning.
You got the workouts already? Oh yeah, Mitch got the workouts out. Oh, nice job, Mitch.
So I logged on and saw there was.
Just fired them out.
Okay, great. What part of where are you calling from?
Quebec.
Quebec. Of all the provinces you could be in, why are you in Quebec? No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm in New Brunswick. So we're like really
I
close.
figured. I'm like, I think he's in the Atlantic provinces, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, big time. All right, well that's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. Okay, well we're just gonna bash on. We were just talking about my nutrition and training because it's all about me, and I don't know because we don't really have a plan to these calls. And this one was just kind of a fun one because. We just did a challenge because we have a bunch of different groups. And so we did a challenge to try to bring all the groups together. The other thing we have is we have a Facebook page where everybody that's a rock star, or it's a group, not a page, because it's a secret group, because some people have some privacy concerns. So just to keep it safe, it's a secret group. And I just started talking about 3 things all at once, didn't I? And that's a good place to go check out, Audrey, if you want to get more of this random, nonsensical jibber-jabber. But there's also actually quite intelligent people on there that post really neat things, too. We've got some really amazing... Apparently we have someone that basically just makes these 3D virtual environments that blow people's minds. So if you like The Matrix, you should talk to Tiffany, because I don't know. She might have built it. actually kind of true. That's kind of what you do. You build the matrix. You should tell people that. You're like, yeah, okay, sorry.
Not really.
It's such a, like, you know, pedestrian take on what you do with no real, you know, thought or anything. Sorry. I like it too when people are like, so you're like a trainer, eh? And then it just on come all of the assumptions, eh? It must be awesome. You just like work out all day? Yeah, people pay me to work out. That's how it works. And they burn calories while I bench press. It's amazing. So I'm like the strongest man in the world, but I'm unfortunately also weigh 1,000 pounds.
So where do I sign up for that program?
Man, if I could do that for people, I would love to. Do you know how many times I've been training someone and they're like, well, you should try, or they're like, oh, I don't want to do this. Can you do it for me? I'm like, do you know how much I would love to be doing that right now? Like, I had to train 8 people in a row, and I don't get to work out until 9:30 at night, and I've been spotting people all day. Like, you know what I'm talking about, Mitch? When you're doing a grinder and you got like 8, like bam, 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 and you're trying to get them all pumped up because every one of them is like, I'm really tired, and then it's like 9:30, and you're like, hey, I need to train, okay. Anyway, it's not all that bad. Actually, it's a fun job. I don't know what we were talking about something else, right? Okay. The groups. Thank you. So Paige is the one that kind of keeps me from doing what I just did, but I think she's busy trying to figure something out right now.
I just finished the post with all the winners. So I'm eating breakfast.
What are you having for breakfast?
Well, it's technically brunch, so I'm eating a bunch of eggs and sausage.
I'm gonna scones for brunch.
It's good.
Yeah, that does sound good. That is wicked. Have we gotten a meal plan out to Rockstar 5 yet, Mitch?
No.
We haven't dialed that in?
No, I usually include it, but I wasn't sure if we should include it with the macros or with the...
No, not macros first. So what we like to do, well, and it depends, right? It depends on the person, too. But, yeah, we'll figure that out.
I'll link that in my comment.
Yeah, okay, so Audrey, just a heads up, we're going to get you a meal plan with a grocery list and recipes and the kitchen sink and a side order of salmon. I don't know, it's an all singing, all dancing, like 14-page. We should make that into an ebook, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
We could flesh that out into an ebook. That would be better, and then people could like search it better. Because we don't have enough going on. We should totally do that. Let's make a note to do that. Do you want me to make a note? Because you're kind of busy with your cat. Okay, ebook. How hard could that be? No, we got some. Okay, so anyways, that's coming. Not the ebook. That probably will take a week or two. But the meal plan doc's coming soon, and we are going. And Tom's going to put. For people that like want to be more vegetarian-y, he's going to put some mods in there. But to be quite blunt, meat is good stuff. So if you can enjoy some forms of meat or fish is good too. Fish is better than meat. Anyways, but there's other options on there. There's lots of options. I'm just saying my preferred option, which is not okay. Next point.
Meat is good. I come from a family of hunters.
Yeah, what part of Quebec are you in?
I grew up in Abitibi, but right now I'm near Sherbrooke.
Right.
How close is that to Valcartier?
Yeah, how close is that to Valcartier? How close is that to Valcartier?
Oh, not close.
Quebec. Yeah.
I'm near I was near the Ontario border.
Right. Okay. I was in Saint Jean for like a year, 6 months. Saint Jean sur Richelieu, I think it's called.
Oh, I'm near there now.
Oh, yeah, that big building, the mega, yeah. That was my home for a while. That building is scary. Okay, everyone in the States is like, oh, we have no idea what you guys are talking about. We have this, so the Canadian military has a very, very large building called the Mega, which is, I don't know if it's the same size as the Pentagon, but it's big. You can basically live there and forget to leave, and that's bad. But I was posted there for a while, learning French. Comment parler le français? Parce que je suis un anglophone. That's as good as it gets for me. It's not bad. Okay, so yeah, everybody, and thanks everybody for hopping onto that Facebook group because that's already starting to take off. And the feeling was if we could get as many rock stars as possible on that, it would kind of turn into its own thing and just be one more thing. You know, it's not, and we're not, like, I used to hate Facebook quite vehemently. Is that a word? Vehemently? Paige, is that a word?
Yeah.
Vehemently? Yeah. Vehemently, yeah. That's what happens when you read most of your English and you don't speak it. And then I realized that was just because I had, I just had all the people I'd grown up with on there and not the people I aspired to be like. So I got rid of most of the people that I'd grown up with. I didn't get rid of them physically, like they're not in the back of my backyard or anything. Nothing terrible like that, okay, so don't alert the authorities. I just deleted them. And then actually now you can just unfollow them so you don't hurt their feelings, but you just don't read their stuff. I just got rid of them, and I started adding a lot of like coaches and nutritionists and philosophy guys and just people that, you know, because I had a small network of people that I really respected, and I just started to expand that. And now my Facebook is basically where I get a lot of my reading material from because I got all these great people that are posting really neat stuff. So it's really just a question of who you choose to surround yourself with. It's just a tool. It's not inherently, you know, bad. It doesn't really have any, you know, qualities of goodness or badness. It's just a way that you can connect people. And the powerful thing about Facebook is that it has 1 billion users. So it's kind of nice because most people speak Facebook. There's not a learning curve that there goes with any other new app. So it's not like we're really asking you to take on a new thing. So I'm going on about this a lot when really it's not a big deal. We also have Instagram, Twitter. What else are we doing? Paige, we got Pinterest.
Oh my God, do we ever have Pinterest?
Yeah, she's crushing Pinterest. So if you guys like to look at pictures of healthy food, go check out, what is it called? Rockstar?
Let me get it for you. So I'm sorry about posting the recipes so late yesterday. I went on to grab them and literally got sucked into the black hole of Pinterest for 4 hours. Recipes. It's pinterest.com/Coach Tom Rocks.
Can we change that to Rockstar?
I tried.
Yeah, I figured you probably already tried.
I'll try it again and see if it got
You can't
free
say Coach Tom Rocks. They're going to think I wrote that and then I'm an egotistical maniac.
No. No, you just let me do what I do.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Good point. I won't complain. I
did post those to the website last night. Quick and easy recipes, minimal processing, minimal cooking, minimal mess and cleanup.
Let's take a look. Pinterest.com. Tom going on to Pinterest. Coach Tom Rocks.
And if you hit /food-ideas, that brings you to our food page. Which I'll drop it here for the rest of you guys.
Oh, you got Chris Duffin's video on there too? Oh, you got all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at this. Oh, what's that wrap? Oh my gosh, that's flank steak.
Can you screen share? So everybody sees it?
Yeah. Just thinking if I have anything. No, I'm fine. Well, I had an email I was working on to somebody, and it was, you know, personal. Not personal, but it was a client's personal information. I didn't want to, I didn't want everybody to see it because I respect that kind of stuff. Anyways, what is this? Bananas? Look at that.
Ice cream, just banana. So if you guys are craving ice cream, freeze a couple of bananas and blend them.
Is there anything bananas can't do?
No.
First they replace pancakes, then they replace ice cream.
Yeah, this was a dangerous task.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and like, okay, there's a little bit of bread, but other than that, I mean.
Yeah, I try to keep it pretty minimal. There's a lot of things you can substitute in these recipes too.
And you know what's amazing too is when you combine the flavors of bacon and broccoli. That is a great combination.
And Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
And broccoli, or bacon, I mean. My God.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Hey, there's maple glazed. Hey, people are stealing my maple glazed salmon thing.
Yeah, there's that one, and then the other one has the curry in it.
I'm starting to see why you can fall down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. So I posted that to all the.
By the way, this is the task list for today. This is what I get to do. This is how much work I got to do every day. So if you feel bad for me, there you go. And this is a Saturday. Anyways, nobody feels bad for me. Whatever. I'm just saying we do lots of fun stuff. Okay, speaking of fun stuff, oh! Yeah, no, actually that's not ready yet. We won't even go into that. We're going to put up some banners on the website so people can find some, if you guys want to buy equipment, if you don't have to. It's totally okay to do body weight. And I'm always being careful because sometimes I'll say something like, you know, if you guys want to buy equipment, and then I'll get some nasty gram from someone saying, oh, I thought you had body weight variations, and I didn't think I was going to have to buy equipment. I'm like, no, I'm just saying if you want. I didn't say you had to. I said if you want to. So if you would like to buy something like a $10 band because it makes life easier, well, we got like Rogue Fitness and a couple other places. Mostly Rogue is good. Rogue is good because it has everything. It's like the Walmart of working out. So there's some places that have better, like if you're really, really, really into powerlifting, then there's some stuff on Rogue I wouldn't buy. I would get better stuff. But for people that just want to start training and they want like an affordable barbell, that's where you'd go get one, or kettlebells. Kettlebells you can probably get cheaper, like especially if you're, for Audrey, if you're in Quebec, there's a really nice place in Ontario where shipping would be way better. Just letting you know. Like I said, you don't have to. Okay. I don't know if I got anything else. Mitch, Paige, you got anything? When do you guys want to talk for 2 minutes? Does anybody got any questions?
Yeah, let's start with questions.
Nobody
Okay,
has
you
any
have
questions?
I just put the meal plan up, so prepare for some questions in a little while.
Oh, we should have put the meal plan up first.
Yeah, I just put it up right now.
Okay, I think somebody, right before you talked, Mitch, I think somebody, was that Allison that said something? Sounded like Allison's
I was
voice.
just going to ask if anybody had any good substitutes for bananas since I'm allergic to them.
Oh! Oh, you poor thing. That's like being allergic to sunshine. What was that movie?
Yeah, and I like breathing, so, you know, I gave up the bananas.
Okay, well that sounds good. Honestly, bananas are a miracle food, and I cannot think of a substitute for them. You can make pancakes out of plantains, but
Have the same
plantains,
problem. They're so closely related.
yeah, because they're related. I think they're cousins or something. I wonder, you know what, I'm going to think about that because I bet you we'll discover some neat new ideas. So there's probably, because what we're trying to, so especially the ice cream thing, I can't see anything else working very well. Maybe a peach, I don't know. Maybe it could make together, maybe it could make like a, but that's just a sorbet, right? You're still kind of consuming processed fruit. So guys, this isn't like a carte blanche, live off of banana ice cream and you'll get ripped thing, okay? So let's all take a spoonful of common sense with Tom's words, because you got to be realistic, right? Like the banana ice cream or fruit in general is best consumed post-workout, okay? Because does everybody know about like the anabolic window, which is a little bit overplayed, if you will? Has anybody ever heard of that term, anabolic window? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay. Tyler's just doing duck face with some sunglasses right now, so I'm not sure.
I did a thumbs down.
Okay. What about our resident agent? What were those agents called? Agent. That was you, Tiffany. It was a jab. Sorry. Anyways.
Yeah, secret agent.
No, it's like, remember in the Matrix they were called agents?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Agent Smith.
Agent Smith, thanks, yeah. I don't know that much about it. Okay. So the anabolic window is, oh, you know what, Paige, remind me to talk about that red meat cancer study too.
Okay.
After the anabolic window.
All right.
Should we talk about that first? So there's going to be a bunch of articles from bad journalists going out and bashing red meat again and saying it causes cancer. I think today what they're saying is that tyrosine, I think there is a metabolite of tyrosine that when introduced into the gut negatively affects gut bacteria. And so they're taking, and this is what, for some reason, there's this like secret organization of evil scientists that are constantly trying to spread misinformation about red meat. They've like, it's like their sworn mission to come up with a new reason every 2 months. I think Dr. Oz just sends them a check or something. I don't know why they do this. I don't know if it's got something to do with the food babe or who's behind it, or maybe it's just Kellogg's trying to sell more cereal. Whoever it is, there's just this constant campaign against red meat, against bacon, against common sense, if you will, against salmon, basically any food that's really nutritionally dense and healthy, they're after. And I think it's because they want you to get really frustrated and confused and just go into the center of the grocery store and start buying granola bars. Because nobody ever shits on granola bars. I don't know why, they're horrible for you, but nobody's ever got a problem with granola bars. But somehow, a piece of flank steak, that's just, you know, Satan on your plate. So
I saw something the other day after I sent you that article that I saw was making the rounds. There are other studies coming out that are saying cancer is just a crapshoot because it's cells mutating when they divide and reproduce. So basically, I was a little excited to see that coming out right after the red meat thing because it kind of shows maybe everybody's being crazy and it's just a random risk. They're saying there might not be much of a genetic link. There might be some, but it's not major.
Oh, well, no, it's okay. So there's and disclaimer: I'm not a biochemist, and I'm not a oncologist, and I'm not a researcher of pathologies or anything like that. I have really well, I know a fair bit about it, but I'm not an expert. But I just read a really interesting article. It was on Rob Wolf's site about a genetic approach to cancer. And what they were doing, so what you're talking about is the idea that they were trying to find these oncocytes, basically these little sequences of DNA that were going to indicate whether or not you were going to get cancer. And unfortunately, they spent years basically trying to figure that out, and they realized that it was a crapshoot. There was no way of predicting it. But if you look at cancer as a metabolic disease, then you start to be able to understand how it happens. And so I should find that article. We should put that up. And so it was in Rob Wolf's site. It wasn't written by Rob Wolf. Might have been written by Chris Masterjohn. I don't remember who wrote it. But it basically said that cancer has a lot to do with the cell, the mitochondria of the cell becoming overloaded with glucose to the point where glucose is not actually being metabolized the right way. I'm doing a horrible job of explaining it. But long story short, there's a lot of things you can do dietarily to prevent getting cancers, and a lot of those are starting to look like it might have something to do with, like one of the examples they gave was that if you go into ketosis, not ketoacidosis, but ketosis, if you go into ketosis or even fast for a few days, the cells that have the potential to become cancerous will be the first ones that die because they are very dependent on glucose as a fuel system. So this is not like covering all cancers or anything, but it's an interesting idea where this might be why we're seeing much higher rates of cancer than we did in, say, pre-industrialized populations, because there's never a shortage of food in North America. Well, there are for some people, and that's very unfortunate. But for most people, they have nothing but excess, and so they never experience a famine or even a fast. And perhaps one of the ideas is that when you're fasting, you're actually reducing the number of cells that have the potential to become cancerous. So get that article out. But what that means is, and the other thing is that you don't just need to fast. You could potentially just, God forbid, eat low carb for a week. And I'm not saying low carb all the time, but I'm saying a low carb diet does have some uses. And especially for someone that may have had some extremely high carb periods in their lives, it's not such a bad idea to go into that once in a while. I don't think it's sustainable. I'm not suggesting like some sort of like Lyle, what's that guy's name, Mitch? The guy that makes everyone mad. Yeah, Lyle McDonald. Did you see that thing he put up yesterday? He put something up yesterday.
I don't check for him at all.
Well, it was him going, "Hey guys, sorry I've been such a huge jerk for the last 5 years," or something
Really?
like this. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to read it either because I don't like him. But it's on the list of things I got to read on Thursday. So what was I talking about? Yeah. So I'm not saying that you should always be low carb, and I'm not saying that it's even the best thing to do for sustainable fat loss. I'm just suggesting that intermittent periods of, either even 24 hours without food, even fasting fasting's not a good idea when you're starting a weight loss program. It's not a good idea to cleanse, not a good idea to fast. It's something you want to do when you're getting pretty healthy. We can work that in once in a while. But to go low carb in the beginning is usually a good idea because it helps you to become a little bit more sensitive to glucose and actually be able to release insulin and do all those wonderful things and clear insulin. And anyways, so sorry, somebody's making a ton of noise. I don't know who it is. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, red meat also. Thanks, anabolic window. Yeah, I was going to go back to the red meat thing too. But yeah, so they basically came out and they said that red meat is bad because it gives you cancer because it negatively affects your gut biome, and then you get unhealthy gut bacteria, and that somehow causes cancer. And again, it's the same thing where they didn't really look at people that were eating grass-fed beef as their control or as their test population. They looked at people that were meat eaters, which means 90% of the time it means eating a lot of fast food. And they also happen to be bread eaters, and they also happen to be potato eaters. But for some reason, whenever they want to attack red meat, that's all they need to do. It's an easy way to get some notoriety. Is just come up with some new way to do that causation versus correlation thing. And so yeah, and what I mean by that is that just because two things happen to exist does not mean that they're related. Like, for example, you could very easily come up with a study that says that eating carrots will turn you into a serial killer. Because all you need to do is go down to death row and ask every single inmate in there if they've ever had carrots. The answer is yes. Well, then obviously carrots will turn you into a serial killer, right? Makes about as much sense as saying red meat will give you a heart attack because everyone that has had a heart attack has eaten a lot of fast food. Okay, true, but maybe it was something else about the fast food other than the fact that there was a meat-like substance in the middle that that had something to do with the heart attack. Anabolic window. Anabolic window is just the idea that we deplete the carbohydrates or the glycogen in the liver and the muscles and the blood, and in so doing, we see a dip in blood sugar, and the body, because of oh man, what's it called? What's that thing called? The little doohickey thing that. So there's this thing in your muscles, mTOR. What's mTOR stand for? Mammalian target of reception, I think. Thanks. Yeah, Mitch, where were you on that one? Mammalian target of. No, it's mammalian target of rapocell. I don't know what it means. I just know that when you work hard enough.
Mammalian target of rapamycin.
Thank you. That's it. mTOR. We're going to call it mTOR from now on, and we're never going to mention it again. But it's something that we really, like 2 years ago when the theories of carb backloading and carb night were really popular, and this was a guy named Kiefer, and he's still got some awesome ideas, pretty smart guy. When he talked about this, he talked about a lot of research that showed that, resistance training will trigger this, and it will cause the muscle cells to become very receptive to amino acids and glucose or glycogen. And so they will become a sponge and they will suck all that up. So there's a window of time, there's a window of opportunity where that's happening. For men, the nice thing is, it's something that, so before he did his work, the common idea was it was about 2 hours that you had this 2 hour window. But after that, he kind of said actually for males, it could be anywhere up to 24 hours. And a lot of good bodybuilding nutrition coaches that work with really hardcore people that do absolutely everything right and have for a number of years, most of these people will tell you the anabolic window is a little bit of a myth, and it really comes down to your nutrition 24/7. However, if you are going to have something like a slice of pineapple or an orange or a banana, a good time to have those things is immediately after your workout.
Pineapple wrapped in bacon.
Well, you see, now that would actually blunt the glycemic index of that food, and so it would still be delicious. However, it might be better to have it with like whey protein or like white fish or chicken.
Chicken and pineapple is good. Yeah. Everything with pineapple is good.
Yeah. So I'm just talking the actual like ideal food for recovery, and you're looking on Pinterest and you're trying to find recipes already. I could see the screen, like the flashes hitting your glasses. I see Pinterest right in the top. Yeah. Okay. So hey AJ, how you doing, man?
He's muted.
There you go. Things are good. Things are good.
Excellent. How did he make out with the challenge, Paige?
I'm pretty sure he
We heard his
won
name.
it for his group. Yeah.
Yeah, you won it for your group, dude.
Oh, there you go. There you
Yeah. Rockstar. He's in Rockstar 1 or Rockstar 2? 1. Feels like 1.
2, I think.
2? You're in 2?
Hold on.
I guess
I've got
we
the
just
He is
asked.
Rockstar 2.
Well, okay, so you beat out like 5 or 6 people. Who won Rockstar 1?
Like 2.0 or the December 1
Photography
group?
Rockstar 1, so I guess that would be. We should really go back and just number them. We'd be at like 8 by now.
K Joyful, Stereo Robo, and Allison.
Nice.
Honorable mention
Whoa.
with the knee going out. So
Seriously.
he busted her butt.
We got to do something special for these people. I don't know. What can we do? It's online. It's like if it was in person, I'd give them a massage. I'm like massage therapist. Man, that'd be
Not from yourself?
No, God no. No. I used to train this one older guy though, and he always wanted me to. It was creepy. Anyways, I gotta think of something. I don't know. What can we do? We gotta get those T-shirts going. We can send them out T-shirts. That'd be fun. Does everybody like T-shirts? T-shirts are okay, eh? Baby doesn't like T-shirts. Okay, we gotta get one of the T-shirts.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if Sharon is still coming up with the design. She might have left us already.
She apparently still hasn't drawn up her design for the T-shirts.
Okay.
We could use 99 Designs and just pay a couple $100 and get a design. I should probably just do that.
Yeah, I'm a terrible graphic artist. So if you guys are graphic artists and you're listening, please reach out and tell us.
Yeah. Okay, anything else we got to go through? What's Op Unicorn? Oh, yeah, never mind. That's secret.
So I have a question for you.
That's going to be fun in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if anybody else experiences this when they work out. So I can't work out after I eat. Makes me sick drinking water. I had the same issue with running as I do with lifting. So what can I do? Even if it's neutral food, it doesn't help. Like I still feel.
Don't eat.
Okay, so
Time you're eating.
working
So.
out fasting is okay.
Yeah, and this is just highly variable. Like, what's the guy's name, man? You can tell I only had one coffee today. Lane Norton. There's a guy, Lane Norton. He is an amazing. I'm surprised anyone ever comes back and keeps training with me because I'm always pumping up other people. I'm like, this guy's awesome. Go check this guy out. And it's like, yeah, it's a good thing that Paige at least wrote Coach Tom Rocks because my ego is pretty externally directed. Okay, anyways, this guy Lane Norton, he's an amazing power lifter and natural bodybuilder, so huge respect because that takes a ton of work to do. I'm not saying like you should. I'm just saying I'm not a bodybuilder, by the way, so proof. But as you can tell clearly. But anyways, he's amazing and he's very knowledgeable. And my whole point was that he throws up. He cannot handle any food before he works out. I think he's the guy that And then, I mean, there's another guy that literally like will eat a steak and a baked potato 5 minutes before he trains. So it's just different, right? It's not going to be, well, I actually can do that too. But, and I love to do that. I love to eat right before I lift, and then I can't eat after. I hate eating food after, yeah, BioLane. And he's actually got some really good ebooks. He's very knowledgeable. He's a huge proponent of the of like macro-based dieting, so that whole movement. And it's important to remember, guys, that like there's all sorts of things that work when it comes to nutrition. There's all sorts of approaches that work. But what doesn't work is following one approach until it gets hard and then jumping to another one until it gets hard and then jumping to another one until it gets hard and then going back to the first one and never really learning what works for you. The whole point of this program is we integrate a lot of different approaches, and there's a difference between a coach looking at an athlete and going, I think this nutritional approach is the one you need, versus you just kind of playing, you know, what's that game where the music plays and everybody tries to get on a chair? I don't know. Just like
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs. I'm just going to stop there. So, yeah, that was the best demonstration of not wasting my own cognitive resources and using other people's, which is something I like to do a lot. But musical chairs, good dear God. Anyways, my point is that there's a big difference between a coach saying that to you and then you sticking to it, and you just doing it, and you just playing musical chairs and just jumping on whichever bandwagon happens to be the popular one this week, because there's really nothing new in nutrition other than the stuff that comes from like NUSI, the Nutritional Science Initiative. Even most research being done in nutrition is garbage right now. There is some very good research being done about gut biome and some other things. But the truth is that the knowledge that it takes to create like a lean physique, a healthy physique, a strong physique has been around for a very long time, and most of it comes down to hard work and discipline. You know, I mean, we've got a lot of tricks. We try to make things easier for people, but you know, it's just, I guess this is a long-winded way to go around the there's no secret pill statement. So there's no secret pill. Like I always say, bad news is if you want to be healthy, you're going to have to exercise for the rest of your life. You're going to have to eat well for the rest of your life. Just accept it and move on, because then everything starts getting easier. But yeah, don't worry about eating before. I would say drink water, though. Staying hydrated.
Even water.
What?
Yeah, like I get wicked heartburn even if I'm drinking water, like during my workouts, especially like if I'm squatting heavy or something.
Like wicked bad heartburn?
Yeah. Sorry. I live in New England. Disclaimer: wicked is a very.
That's like wicked good. Okay, sorry. Anyway, no, I haven't heard that since I saw The Departed. Like that, you know, that's wicked awesome.
Yeah.
Wasn't there? Okay. Okay. Anyways, okay, that I would try to look at then. I might actually wonder what the pH of your stomach is.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask later, because I remember we talked about this with a couple other people a couple months ago.
Yeah. So let's. Can you add a note? Add a note on the hangout notes.
Mhm.
To find the betaine HCl stomach acid article.
Okay.
We'll take a look at that. You need to be able to process water, because you're going to become dehydrated quite quickly during a training session, especially you, because you train forever.
Yeah. Well, I do. Like, I've been trying just a little bit of water at a time instead of like drinking a lot like I want to drink. And that's not as bad, but like if I go in and I drink like half a liter of water and then halfway through my workout drink more of it, it's a disaster.
Yeah, okay. So let's check
a little water is okay.
Check the stomach acid, and I'll take a look at that Monday too. Give me a task for Monday, and I'll do a little bit of looking around and research, because I feel like, Mitch, you got anything off the top of your head?
No. My only thought is sips between every set. You know, maybe multiple sips between every set, like super frequent, very little. But
I just feel like there's something there's something I don't currently understand about your digestive system that I think we need to understand for you to be healthier. And I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. I'm gonna start with pH. pH has got to have something to do with it, big time. Because if you don't have the proper pH, then you're not gonna have the right. Like it's oversimplistic. The problem with the gut bacteria and all that is it's actually more complicated than the rest of the human physiology. So it's incredibly complicated, and so guys like me are always trying to make it a little bit simpler. But there's a fine line between like just using a sledgehammer when you're probably just supposed to use a stapler. Point being, I'm going to have to read up on it some more and learn a little bit more and figure out what's going on, because that's a new one.
It's a little weird. Like, it's not as bad. Like, running used to be really, really bad. I don't run anymore.
I wonder if it's like a lactate threshold tolerance thing, too, where you're just like, your stomach's already in serious shit because you're not handling the work volume very well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the straw that breaks the camel's back. You said you don't. You said it is bad when you run. You don't run right now, do you?
No, I haven't run in a year now. So like, I used to run fasted and stuff, but like the little sips, like Mitch was saying, it's not as noticeable of an impact like that I can usually get by with. But like, I remember you were talking about having people drink like all their water and then drink more, and like that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, I drink one of these every half hour. So I drink a liter every half hour all day long. So I drink about 10 liters of water. You know what I would try, just a quick trick I think might help, is just take the juice from a lemon and pour that into your water.
Okay.
And see if that helps you.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be a logical approach.
Yeah, sometimes I'm logical. I save my. That's why I don't try to remember the names of strange games that you play in kindergarten, I guess, maybe. Is that when you play musical chairs?
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Anything? I think that's it, guys. Do we have any other questions?
I haven't noticed anything on the feed.
Yeah, okay, sorry, man. Go ahead. Oh, geez. Is there somebody on here?
Yeah, just one question just about rest days. Just following the routine itself, I mean, I had a few extra days and quite a bit of time, so I've only been doing kind of one day or so, but how important are they? And just given where we are in terms of intensity, can we push through with a few with very limited rest days?
What's your here, man? Let me just go look at your how are your strength levels responding right now?
Pretty
you
good.
Find you're getting stronger every workout?
Yeah, I think every workout basically I've been increasing weights and keeping reps up.
So as a general, so here's what I would say. This is an excellent question. First thing I would say is that we could probably introduce First thing I'm going to say is for people listening, note that I asked is, are you getting stronger? And you probably feel like a fair bit of energy. Is that fair to say?
Yep.
And you're hitting your nutrition well, and you got time to prepare your meals?
Yep.
Okay. Much. Boom. Okay, so we look at this as this is what we call a hierarchy of fitness, if you will, and it's just in order of importance, the things you need to do to get lean, get healthy, get strong is first priority nutrition, second priority nutrition, third priority the resistance training or the workouts we have you doing, fourth would be like anaerobic or high intensity conditioning, and fifth would be aerobic conditioning. Now, I actually like to take walks, and I have walks right in here, well, probably right here, because I feel that, just being out, getting fresh air, and having an opportunity to lower your cortisol and just recover is important. So I think that's very important. But if you're managing all that, you're doing well, then we could probably come up with a couple little blasters, if you will, or 20-minute extra workouts that you just do just to get, burn a little bit more fat and build up that anaerobic capacity. And so I'm sure Mitch has probably already thought of about 5 or 6 things that he could come up with for that. We can geek out about that. That'll be fun because we love to come up with crazy stuff like that. So we'll put that something like that together and probably get her out by Monday.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Monday or maybe Tuesday would be more realistic, right? I'm thinking, Mitch.
Yeah, Tuesday shouldn't be
better?
a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we'll do a quick little meeting about that on Tuesday, and we'll come up with something, and we'll pump that out. Anybody else listen to the call? If you can make a note page too about it, right at the end of the call, we talked about this, so that people that otherwise wouldn't watch it would watch the last little bit. We're at like minute 68 right now, and so anybody else watching this, if they feel like that's where they're at, so probably Rockstar 1 and Rockstar 2 types, maybe even the Rockstar 3 group. This is not something I'm saying you should do in the beginning, because I really, like for the first couple of weeks, it's that minimum effective dosage idea. It's do the least amount of work possible to elicit the response, because it's all about just eliciting a response. It's not that the response will be proportional to the work done in the beginning. It's really like all it takes is a little bit to trigger things to happen, and that's all you need to do. Anything you're doing in excess of that, it's just an additional stressor you're placing, and it's very rare that I meet clients that don't have enough stress in their lives. It's usually 99% of the time clients already have plenty of stress, and we're trying to bolster your reserves, not crush you. This is not CrossFit, okay? Nothing against CrossFit. I'm just saying some of them can be a little bit douchebaggy about how they destroy people, or something. No, there's nothing wrong with CrossFit as an idea. The CrossFit Games are awesome. Freak show athletes, huge respect. But sometimes people go in there and they get hit with the same workout that Camille Kelka shows. What's her name? Camille Bassinet? Anyway, she's awesome if you've ever seen her. But she's like this world-class CrossFitter. And that's the problem with CrossFit, is that everybody's kind of being given the same kind of workouts and the intensity. And they're getting a little bit better about that. But so my point is, in the first couple of weeks, just take it easy. And more time in the kitchen. But yeah, man, for sure, we'll come up with some fun stuff for you to do.
Cool. One more question.
Yeah.
So as I'm going up in terms of weight and reps and sets, I'm kind of up to 4 sets and 12 reps for most of these things. Does it make sense to go up in weight and come down in reps, or as I'm progressing?
Sorry, just kidding. Camille, if you're out there. No, I'm actually not on them. Okay, it doesn't matter because she would. Okay. Anyways, sorry. Does it make sense to? Can you run that by me again? Because I was thinking about Camille Bassinet there. I got distracted.
Yeah. So as I'm kind of going, as I'm progressing, does it make sense to go up in weight with fewer reps, or to try to extend the reps as much as possible?
Okay. That's a great question too. And actually, that op unicorn thing that I just mentioned, that we haven't quite got ready yet, is going to answer that more specifically, because it's really not like a carte blanche answer. Like, certain exercises work better with certain sets and reps, and there's a number of reasons why. It can have to do with the size of the muscles involved. It can have to do with the total number of muscles involved. It can have to do with whether you're seeking to create. Would you guys stop it with this Camille Bassinet stuff?
Close it.
Well, it keeps popping up. Okay. Anyways, and I'm gonna be in trouble too. But anyways, so it's not like, so a good general idea is. Well, the 350 approach is nice. That's a good one. But a good general idea is that when you get up over 15 reps, 15 reps for 4 sets, the next time in, I would increase the weight by 10 or 15%. Okay? And then whatever, after I just dished CrossFit too, I'm sure she'll be right over. Whatever number of reps you get, that next time is fine. If you get less than 6, you might have jumped too high. But that's in general where I keep the reps, between 6 and 15. If you do 7, if you do 8, it's not going to make a huge difference. What is much more important is the movement quality. Okay, and another nice thing to think about, another thing that's important, is the idea that you don't need to hit that last huge grinder rep. You can stop 1 or 2 reps from failure short, okay? So don't crush yourself on every set. It won't do any good. Even for like me, when I'm training for powerlifting, trying to get as strong as possible, and I don't care about anything but being strong, I don't go to that 95%, closer to 100% point very often at all, because it'll crush me and it'll take like 10 days to recover. So it's so those are some good guidelines. But the next thing I'd say is that we're actually going to be changing the structure of the workouts a little bit soon, because we're always kind of trying to come up with better systems and everything. So so we'll have a little bit more specific prescription, like this. Today when you're doing it, do 5 sets of 6 with this weight. Next time, do 5 sets of 8. The next time, do 4 sets of 10. The next time, do 3 sets of 15. So we'll modulate your training for you, so there's less guesswork. Just the way the Fitocracy is kind of set up, it doesn't facilitate that very well. So that's why I'm just giving you the general parameters, okay? And maybe we should do a little bit of a write-up on that too, Paige? So people have it in writing?
Yeah.
Would that be a good thing? We should probably put that at the front of like the Rockstar program notes or something.
It's a frequently asked question too.
Okay, so make a note of that, and I'll get that done on today or Monday.
Okay.
Any other questions though? The first 2 were awesome, man. Keep them coming.
That's what I got.
Okay. Okay. Is anybody else? If we've got Camille Bassinet on Facebook, and you guys want to set that up as a suggest a friend, then by all means go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to be sleeping on the couch tonight. Okay. What am I talking about? I got my own. Okay. Anyway, I think that's all we got. Unless anybody knows a lot about the Google scripting language. If they do, send me an email, because that might have a little something to do with the programming thing we're working on. Okay. No. All right, guys. And Allison, I hope everything goes okay on the 8th with your... When is that? That's coming up. Okay, next Thursday. That's not so bad. How is it right now?
It's okay. I kind of decided I was going to take a walk yesterday, since it was supposed to have a winter storm today, and I think I might have pushed a little too far. And then I did the gym this morning, but...
All right. Yeah.
It's only going to be 3 weeks by the time I get in to see the doctor, since I did it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't really. Yeah. Okay. But has the pain lessened?
Yeah, it's not bad unless I overdo it, or if I step wrong, I have to be careful. So.
Okay. Let's wait to see what he says, and then I'm kind of hoping. 99% of the time. Most of the time, I'm kind of, when it comes to soft tissue issues, I'm kind of like, I don't really care what your doctor says. I know you're not supposed to say that, but I mean, there are definitely times when you want to see an allopathic doctor, but there's also times when you don't. Anyways, but this is kind of the gray area where I would just be careful, because I would just hold off and see what he says. But then what I'm hoping he says is that I can just start giving you some specific exercises to help the muscles around the knee and support it a little bit better, and that should alleviate any issues. Maybe, hopefully, that meniscus will kind of just calm down on its own. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, I'm hoping. We'll just see. Like I said, it's been 3 weeks, and I've been kind of doing some other stuff. So. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, can you fire that question at me again there, Sharon? Sorry, I'll just go look. Hold on. Which university? Tom, just focus on the question. I have a question. I'm booked in for a chiropractor on Thursday. Scheduled myself a workout on Wednesday. Oh, I see what you're saying. When was the last time you went to a chiropractor? Don't you go? Do you go every 2 to 3 weeks? Anyways, okay. So if you're routinely seeing a chiropractor, I would say that and I would ask him. But I've trained people the same day or the day after chiropractic adjustments, and I don't see a huge problem with that. Sometimes we have to take it a little easy. Might not be the best day to go for a max deadlift or a squat or something, but yeah. But if it's going to be something where they really, do a lot of work and it's more than just a couple adjustments, then you might want to get specific direction from them. That's their scope of practice. They're going to know. They're going to know when you're going to be able to return from exercise. Now, I say that, and there's some chiropractors that aren't quite terribly ethical, and they're always kind of trying to prescribe. Now, I'm probably going to get in shit from somebody for saying this too, but it's true. We refer people to my chiropractor, and he's amazing, and he's a huge plus. He really helps out my athletes a lot. He makes a big difference, and what he does is very important. But he's also very ethical, and he knows where his scope of practice ends and mine takes over. And he sends people to me for doing like post rehab work and just mobility work and getting people moving correctly. Because if you're beating the crap out of your body, you can go back to the chiropractor all you want. All he's going to do is put you back together again. Yeah. Okay, so just ask him then. So there are some guys that will just try to get you to come in 4 times a week for the rest of your life, but that's not really a good idea.
It's bad if they do that and don't listen to you.
Hey?
It's bad if they do that and they don't listen to you. Mine used to do that, and I'm like, listen, I don't. Anyways, another story. It sounds like she's got a decent one going on here. She's got a really good one too.
Sounds like she's got a decent one. Okay.
See, mascot.
Yeah, this is the team mascot, by the way, guys. Okay, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. We should probably stop. Willow, would you stop smiling? Look at the little smile on her. She's got a little underbite. Okay. Alrighty, as long as nobody else got any other questions, I gotta go study JavaScript more. I know a little Java. Anyway, whatever. Okay. Because we're working on a new toy for you guys. It'll be really cool. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We have this hangout and the last hangout we did coming up with show notes so that you can navigate it quickly. And for everybody up there, thanks. Have a wonderful Saturday. And great job again to the challenge winners and for everybody that participated. I'm sure we'll have to come up with something again soon because it was a huge success. And yeah, and add me as on Facebook too if you want to be added into the secret Rockstar Facebook group. It's thom.lamb, and if anybody wants to send that over to Camille too, that would be great. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great day.
Great, thank you all.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.